What's the matter, Potter? Bit beyond your reach?
Oh no, it's true then. They're staying on the train.
Goodness
Harry
gracious.
Potter has come to Hogwarts.
Snape wants the Sorcerer's Stone. Why did he try and kill you during the Quidditch match?
The Harry Potter movie cast first stumbled into our consciousness in 2001, blinking and owlish in the glare of the spotlight. The Harry Potter franchise is so incredibly successful that J.K. Rowling, the author of the books, has a staggering net worth of $1 billion. In fact, Rowling is one of the wealthiest private citizens in England, even beating out the Queen in personal wealth. It seems hard to believe, but the premiere of the Harry Potter movies happened nearly 2 decades ago. Since then, the films have helped launch one of the most successful and far-reaching entertainment franchises in all of history. If you're working your way through all 8 of the Harry Potter films, you're probably in the midst of a nostalgia-filled bender. Because not only are those movies based on the beloved Harry Potter book series by J.K. Rowling, but from 2001 to 2011, they cover a 10-year time period. One in which you not only grew up, but the characters you came to adore did too. So you can catch up on just what they're doing now, post-Hogwarts. We've put together a guide to exactly what the main cast are doing today. Ever wondered what the rest of the cast looked like all those years on from Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone? No? What's wrong with you? Get your eyes on this lot, pronto! Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter. Without a doubt, he was the star most associated with Harry Potter. He was Harry Potter. This 31-year-old really fascinated our screens for all of the Harry Potter films. The Wizard in Training walked away with multiple Teen Choice Awards and the coveted MTV Movie Awards. Not to forget a National Movie Award for Best Male Performance in 2017. In the franchise, we were able to see him grow from an 11-year-old when he took on the part back in 2001, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Radcliffe reportedly made $95.6 million just from his appearances in the Harry Potter films by themselves. Overall, his net worth has climbed to an impressive $112 million. So, what's he doing now in his free time? Well, during his downtime, Radcliffe works with the Trevor Project, among other charities, writes poetry under a pen name, and just unwinds. Rupert Grint is Ron Weasley. After 10 years of playing everyone's dream best friend and adding some much-needed comic relief to the Harry Potter films as Ron Weasley, Grint has mostly explored indie films, showcasing his range with projects like the World War II set Into the White, the Macbeth adaptation Enemy of Man, and comedy Moonwalkers. The 32-year-old is definitely an icon for loyal friends, and by the end of the series, Ron had grown from a somewhat annoying little boy into a powerful wizard and fiercely loyal friend, as well as a significant love interest for Hermione. Grint, with a net worth of around $50 million, has been in a relationship with actress Georgia Groom since 2011. The couple welcomed a daughter in May 2020. Emma Watson is Hermione Granger. Emma Watson has admitted to overdoing her portrayal of Hermione Granger, but fans don't seem to mind. The feisty character has become something of a poster child for nerdy girls who won't allow anyone to take advantage of them. Her belief in both books and friendship, tossed with the bravery and ferocity she develops throughout the film series, has made her a heroine for many. On screen, Watson played the role model for bookish girls everywhere, but off screen, life imitated art when she decided to continue her education by enrolling at Brown University and the University of Oxford. Watson graduated with a bachelor's degree in English literature in 2014. The 30-year-old with a whopping 59.2 million followers on Instagram has successfully managed to keep her love life with her boyfriend Leo Robinson, still going strong by the way, as private as possible. The Little Woman actress and her businessman Bill were photographed making a rare public appearance while out for what looks like a coffee run in London's Primrose Hill neighborhood late last year. Bonnie Wright, Ginny Weasley. The gorgeous 30-year-old gained fame for her role as Ginny Weasley in Harry Potter and won a Rodeo Award for Most Edgy Look for her appearance in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. She was once engaged to Jamie Campbell Bower, but in June of 2012, they called off their engagement. But she later started dating Simon Hammerstein. But in the meantime, she started her own production company and directed several short films and music videos since. On screen, she was the youngest and only daughter of the Weasley family.
I'm not wearing that, it's ghastly.
The actor cum model now has a net worth of $4 million. Tom Felton as Draco Malfoy. Felton, who first played the villainous Hogwarts student Draco Malfoy in 2001, went on to star in all 8 Harry Potter films.
He's just a boy.
And is experiencing a career resurrection, not by way of the big screen, but the very small, on TikTok. Tom and Emma Watson sent fans into a frenzy after a series of sweet snaps together were posted last year, including one of Tom teaching Emma how to play the guitar.
I confess, I had a bit of a crush on Tom Felton when I was younger, in the early films. Malfoy, yeah.
Did you know that they also holidayed together in South Africa? This wasn't an indication of dating, and till now, we can confirm that Tom has not confirmed a relationship with anyone. He prefers to keep his love life personal. At 33 years old, he's been rewatching the first film, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, on Instagram, and filming himself while he does it.
So please start your film right now. We're off.
The actor's been broadcasting the movie in pieces about 20 minutes at a time. And if you're a serious fan, it's a lot of fun to follow along and watch the actor's reaction to this more than 10-year-old film that Felton apparently hasn't seen since it premiered. Matthew Lewis is Neville Longbottom. Matthew Lewis, the 31-year-old, gained fame for his supporting role as Neville Longbottom in the Harry Potter film franchise. Neville's often portrayed as a bumbling and disorganized character and rather a mediocre student, though he is highly gifted at herbology.
Hey, losers. He isn't here.
However, the character's personality appears to undergo a transition after he joins Dumbledore's army in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. The encouragement he receives gives him the confidence in his magical abilities, turning him into a more competent wizard. However, Lewis has recently revealed that when he rewatches the films, it is painful for him, telling the New York Times, "I find it quite difficult when too much of me starts to come through in a character. The character," he says, "hits a little bit too close to home." Oliver and James Phelps. Both at 34 years old, Oliver and James Phelps gave us a treat as they acted as George Weasley and Fred Weasley, respectively.
He's not Fred, I am. Honestly, woman, you call yourself our mother.
Oh, I'm sorry, George.
The Weasley twins now host the podcast Normal Not Normal, on which they interview fellow actors and divulge behind-the-scenes secrets from the films. They recently sat down with co-star Ivana Lynch, who played Luna Lovegood, for an episode and discussed the roundabout way they found out which part they were playing in the Harry Potter films. Both boys are now married, Oliver marrying Katie Humpage in 2015, and James marrying Anika Estelle in 2016. Harry Melling as Dudley Dursley. The actor, 32, admitted that he doesn't get recognized by fans anymore after losing the weight by mere accident. During an interview with People magazine, Harry said, "I think it was an unconscious thing when it started to happen. Recently, we all saw him on Queen's Gambit playing on Netflix. He still definitely knows how to portray and make a role great. In Harry Potter, he was the Muggle son of Vernon and Petunia Dursley and cousin of Harry Potter. He was obese and insolent as a result of his parents spoiling him throughout his childhood, although he became muscular in his teens."
You're one to talk. Moaning in your sleep every night. At least I'm not afraid of my pillow.
Harry prefers to keep his private life away from the spotlight. The actor has a social presence on Twitter, although he only uses it to promote his latest projects. While he keeps his life private, Harry has recently spoke of having a fresh start from the Harry Potter franchise. Ivana Lynch as Luna Lovegood. At 29 years old, Ivana played Luna Lovegood in the last 4 installments of the Harry Potter film franchise. She was a British witch, the only child and daughter of Zymphilius and Pandora Lovegood. Her mother accidentally died while experimenting with spells when Luna was 9, and Luna was raised by her father, editor of the magazine The Quibbler, in a rook-like house near the village of Ottery St. Catchpole in Devon. Because of her father's political dissidence at the time, Luna was abducted by Death Eaters to be held ransom and imprisoned in the dungeons of Malfoy Manor for months. She was freed by Dobby along with several other prisoners in the spring of 1998 and stayed at Shell Cottage until she returned to Hogwarts to participate in the final battle of the Second Wizarding War.
They can only be seen by people who've seen death.
Ivana Lynch, who's currently an Irish model and actress who has a net worth of $4 million, says that she was starstruck the first time she met her co-actors. She says in an interview, "When I met Daniel, Rupert, and Emma, I knew everything about them. Their pets' names, birthdays, I knew their parents' names. I had to pretend I didn't. It also meant I had nothing to say to them. I just adored them." Click on one of these two videos on your screen, and don't forget to hit the subscribe and notification bell. See you there!